Hello my fellow hammerheads and welcome back to another video. So, Cursed City is back, we all know that. And thanks to Philip K and Skywatcher Adept for voting for what we shall do in the next videos. And my thoughts went to, first it's Cursed City, of course, that's why the intro. And I usually want to make longer videos because YouTube algorithm, every video has to be at least 10 minutes long, so it gets promoted to other people and stuff and blah. And live streaming is bad for the algorithm because it's busted, and in my mind the algorithm is already busted, so I don't really care about that. But what I want to do, and this is part 1 of the video, because longer videos does not work with my time schedule over a day, a week or a month. I tried that with the 40 skeletons I showed in a live stream a while back. I started that project February this year, 2021. And I could not finish it because it took just so long for me to make it. So I will do the Cursed City videos in multiple smaller parts and take you on this journey. So I came up with the idea while I let me just show you this. This is nothing, it's just how you build them, because the models are pretty intricate, and I already built Jelson Derek. What? Derek? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But the vampire hunter with a stake rifle, awesome dude. Very cool in the short story. I forgot the name of the short story, but he actually is a sniper with the stake rifle and he just shoots a vampire from a bell tower. It's amazing. Because the vote was for Octron, and I built Jelson because I wanted to build Octron on livestream, but while building him, some things occurred to me, but that you will see in the upcoming minutes, because the beginning of my journey, I will have to make a dramatic reenactment. Also, before I forget, so you will see during the video the quality of the video and the sound will change, because some things I have to capture with the webcam and my microphone, and other things I have to capture with my phone, which is by far better than the webcam. And for this microphone to work, I have to get closer, but that is physically not possible in a good way for my back. This journey, like every other good journey, starts in the bedroom. This is my fantasy closet. Come on, open it. Don't be scared, there's really just hobby stuff in it. Okay, and shirts. And more shirts. Look down. There is the fantasy hobby stuff. Nice. So, instructions, hero sprues. Everything we need for this journey. So, to start this journey, the first thing I did was to look at the instructions. And these are pretty basic because there are instructions. So let me take you on the journey of building Octron Glimscry. Here with his head, I got scared and did not want to clip this so near from his head because I did not want to damage it. I will scrape this away with my X-Acto knife. Oh no, I have such a smooth brain moment right now. So, the very first thing I saw with these models, or to be specific, with this plastic sprue, is that it is not the usual type of GW polystyrene. I had, some of you might know, I work in a chemistry lab and I have a basic understanding of plastics because I did not study plastics. But with polystyrene, this is just on top of my head, I did not look it up before. Damn it, I have no visualization aid. Let me show you what I mean with this isn't the typical GW polystyrene sprue. We need a good mold line, yes. This one is awesome. So when I take my X-Acto knife, usually with GW polystyrene sprues, you need to apply a good amount of pressure to get rid of the mold line. With these, I'm barely touching the plastic. This is kinda awesome. Also, if you have these parts, you can take your files and again, you don't need to apply pressure to it. I'm barely touching the plastic, and as soon as I have a visual aid, I hope I will explain it the right way because I have no time to look it up, and I must admit I don't know where all my files about the topic plastics are. So, and now we have a beautiful, this just looks like a bad, like something bad, but it isn't. When I go over there, there's basically nothing. So cleaning the mold lines off of the Cursed City hero models is a pleasure. I hate removing mold lines of models. And this is pretty easy to get rid of. Everything is just easy with these. But I would guess that there is a physical and chemical component to it to make it different. And that, in my book, is great. So what I really love is that with these small intricate parts, it's such a pleasure to remove the mold line as I have said, you don't need pressure to remove them. And there is no scare moment on will it snap or will it just break, and all your hopes in a fully model are gone. Okay, this last part I will clean up later because I want to go outside with my dog, but I will show you something which I think is really important. It's not only dry fitting, which I have to try, and I just feel these little knobs in my mind are always a little too big, so I cut off 1-2 millimeters of them. Okay, while dry fitting, you see here is a gap. Okay, for this we need tissue. That's really important. Have it by your side just so you can grab it as fast as possible. So now, important, I use the tissue to, you don't need really the tissue. With these kinds of models, I use the inside to get some glue, and then first just spread it around. I use the side of the nozzle to spread the glue. And maybe you will see, maybe it will happen, maybe it will not, that there is still a gap. So now be quick about it. So, okay, there will be a gap, but you can see there is a little bit of glue here. This I will already use up. Okay, now I will let these parts dry, and I will go out with my dog now because that's something we both need right now: fresh air and time for this to dry. Recap the equipment. So if a cat walks over the table, nothing happens while I'm gone. Very important. Always recap your tools. Okay. Catch. Wow, I can't throw with a phone in my hand. Wow. So you can see right here we have a gap here and here. So there are many videos out there on how to remove these gaps, but the majority of them are milliput or liquid green stuff or green stuff. And as much as I love milliput, I use it a lot for basing and other gap fillings, but when the gap is so tiny, I just don't like to handle milliput or green stuff. And liquid green stuff is nice, but as there is a solvent in it, it evaporates and tends to squish itself together. and that I do not like. So for these small in-between gaps in cloth, they are awful. I have a little trick, and we only need glue. Plastic glue is basically solvent with polystyrene in it. So this is in here. It sounds weird, but in a chemical way it really does make sense, because the solvent cracks up the polystyrene and binds it together with the polystyrene inside of this plastic glue. So we don't want to smush it everywhere. We want to apply it in a very discreet way. So for that we need again a tissue, and let me show it to you. I just squish a little bit out, and then I take my X-Acto knife, let me see if this is in frame, and put it just on the tip, and very carefully apply this on the gap. Okay, nice. Now we have the plastic glue in here, and it starts melting the two pieces together. That is exactly what we want, because in this stage everything is more moldable, and then we start scraping this away. This is such an easy and fast solution in my mind. Of course you can just put more glue while putting the two pieces together on the points of contact, but for me this is a bit better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a me thing. That would not surprise me at all. So maybe you can see that here beside the gap there is a little bit too much glue. That is not a problem. Oh, now the handle is in the way. I know I could just rotate him, but right now, as you might see, here it is perfect. After this is completely dry, I will try to scrape on here again. I will let this dry and work on this gap up here now. Again, it's the same procedure. Now, again, this looks rough, but it really isn't. My skin on the finger is rougher than this. But this is by far better to have than a gap. If you want, you can go over these places with the knife again. But again, don't apply pressure. Just let the weight of the knife do the work. And use this little piece here, not the tip, because you have a little bit more of control using this part. So, this was the first part of my journey to the Cursed City. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Thanks again for Philip K and Skywatcher Adapt for commenting on the first video, and I guess I will continue this kind of series because I will never finish the whole box and make a video about it. That way it's much easier for me. I know I reiterate, but I kind of forgot what I said 2 hours earlier before I started recording this. So, to be honest, I really don't know on how to continue this little series, as maybe I have said it already, but YouTube does not like short videos. I don't know how long this video will end up, but yeah, we will see. I really don't know what this will look like in the end. Please write it down in the comments. I'm keen to know what you think about it. So please just don't forget to hydrate. Have a nice day. Enjoy the Christmas time. And stay fantastic. Bye!